All right, guys, Darren from FBA Elite, and welcome back to another video. So earlier today, I was actually carrying out some product research. I'm trying to find my next product as I want to adjust my Amazon FBA business away from kind of large and heavy products, which are costing a fortune to ship, to much smaller and lighter products. And I think I found a great place to start. And I'll cover that in future videos. But whilst I was carrying out this product research, I received a text from a good friend of mine, my old business partner. And it's something that I felt would be beneficial to answer both in video format for him. Otherwise, it was going to be a very long WhatsApp. Also for you guys, I think for many of you will have the same question or a very similar question to probably what's going to be the title of this video. You know, is Amazon FBA still worth it at the end of 2021, or is it kind of dead? As maybe the person that advertised on the front of this video would have been trying to tell you. I've seen that pop up loads recently on FBA channels, is people trying to say that FBA is dead, buy their course and do this alternative instead. Well, I can assure you that FBA is still a viable opportunity, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is the right opportunity for you. So let me just read out this question, and I'm sure you guys can relate to this, and it's a question I had in the early days as well. Hi mate, how's it going? When you have some free time, it would be great to have another catch up so I can pick your brains a little on the topic of Amazon FBA. I'm currently trying to decide whether to make some time for this or to continue to try and grow my other side venture. Now, I'm sure many of you will have a question that is exactly the same. It'll be a case of, am I going to start an Amazon business, or am I just going to continue in my existing employment? Or maybe you've seen another potential business opportunity as well, and you're trying to decide between them. So the first question that I want you to ask yourself, and that is, what do you want Amazon FBA to be for you? What do you want to achieve with Amazon FBA? So for me, when I discovered Amazon FBA, it provided an opportunity, or a stepping stone, I think is my favorite way of looking at it for me. It allowed me to move away from my current business, the business I had at the time, and transition to a more of a passive style income stream, but also provide a stepping stone to be able to get involved in other passive income streams that probably at the time I didn't have either the knowledge or maybe necessarily the money to actually take on those other passive income streams. So Amazon FBA provided that stepping stone for me. Now, if you're looking for Amazon FBA to allow you to quit your job, that's certainly possible. Would I advise you to quit your job off the back of Amazon FBA? No, because you're effectively getting in bed with the devil. Amazon do not care about their sellers, and you just need to be aware of that up front. However, there's still a huge opportunity there, and that is why many of us Amazon FBA sellers put up with all the negatives that come with being a seller, because the opportunity is so great. So if you are looking for Amazon FBA to be one of those things where you can start it, set up the business, then pack up your job and have Amazon FBA as your sole income source, I would recommend against that approach. So if that's what you have in mind, I certainly wouldn't advise that. However, if you've got an existing job and you're looking for a side income stream, or maybe an income stream that will surpass your current income stream, which Amazon FBA can certainly do, then that can provide a stepping stone to change your life. So for me, I had a web design business. I then transitioned over about, I think it's about 18 months to 2 years from my web design business into Amazon FBA fully. But at the same time, throughout that journey, I also recognized that Amazon couldn't be fully trusted. They were too fickle. And only this week, I received an email from someone I think they're in Holland, who said to me their account has just been suspended because they've been connected with another account. That account in question was my account, so we both knew for a fact our accounts were not connected. Yet this guy's account had been suspended, and he's going through the process at the moment of trying to get unsuspended. And there's no one you can pick up and call at Amazon. Yes, you can call first line seller support, but the teams that will make a decision about whether to unsuspend your account, you can't reach those on the phone. So it's not a great situation to be in, and I think it's absolutely shocking that Amazon allowed this to continue. And if you go onto the Amazon forums, you'll see lots of stories from people who have had their accounts suspended from being wrongly accused from being connected to other accounts. And this is just a prime example. We're seeing it firsthand when someone's being told they're connected to my account and us going through this week and comparing all of our details to ensure there was no connection. It's absolutely shocking. So there's something to be aware of. And I'm not trying to kind of put you off Amazon altogether. I'm just trying to make you aware that it's not all roses. There's certainly huge opportunity, and you can make life-changing money. There's no doubt about it. I've done that. It's allowed me to change my life with what I've achieved on Amazon, but it does not come without risk, and you should only take it on with the right kind of platform in place as to what you want to build on and also what you wanted to achieve for you. So some people, for example, will start the Amazon business. They'll set up for a year or two. They'll get it to the point where it's making a very good revenue, and then they'll sell it and they'll cash in, and then maybe they'll start again, or they'll start additional revenue streams. And that is certainly an approach that is worth considering. But don't go into this with the idea that this will 100% replace your existing income so you can quit your job, because I don't think you ever want to put yourself in a position where you're 100% reliant on Amazon. And as I said earlier in the video, it is a stepping stone. And for me, it allowed me to start the YouTube channel that you guys are watching at the moment. We've also launched the FBA Elite forums, which I talk about in many of the videos. We've also got the FBA Elite course, which we launched. I've gone into affiliate marketing. I've recently gone into cryptocurrency and NFTs as well. All things that I wouldn't have done if I hadn't started Amazon FBA. So look at it as a platform that you can build on to make changes to your life. And if you're wondering whether there's still an opportunity with Amazon FBA, just look at their sales figures from last year. So in the UK alone, the sales were over 20 billion. Now, obviously, the news article was covering the fact they've paid hardly any tax on that. I mean, if we take this over to the percentage calculator, you can see here 500 million as a percentage of 20 billion gives them an effective tax rate of 2.5%. Now, obviously, they've got very clever accountants to reduce their profit, so they can do that. But most of us who have got limited businesses are paying 19% corporation tax this year. So it is a bit galling to see this figure. And some of you guys might be aware that a year or two ago, the government introduced a digital services tax so that these companies are taxed on their revenue. Well, guess what Amazon did? They passed it straight on to us FBA sellers and put it on top of our FBA fees. So again, I'm talking bad of Amazon, but the opportunity is very real. You know, as long as you know who you're getting into bed with and know where they should fit in within your own life and your own risk management. You know, again, Amazon is not for everyone. It certainly isn't, but the opportunity is huge. And when I know many people, and you can only go onto YouTube to see this, or go onto the FBA Elite forums and talk to people. People are changing their lives with what you can achieve on Amazon. So answer that question. What are you looking for Amazon to do for you? Are you comfortable with the risk that's involved? Now, he also sent me a follow-up question that he asked me to cover in the video. He said, realistically, how much time roughly would I need to get started with this business? Well, at the moment, shipping fees are crazy high. So I would try and do everything you can to avoid large and heavy products. Ideally, you want to be flying products in. And if you can do that, that will shorten that timescale. So rather than your product spending at least 4 weeks on a boat and a week or two either side clearing customs and getting delivered, if you're flying a product in, that's probably 7 to 10 days for actually flying a product in. But the overall timescale, I think if you gave yourself 3 months for a product that you're going to fly in, that is reasonable. So if you started now or at the start of September, October, November, December, I would probably actually say, look, if you're looking to start an Amazon FBA business at the moment, do it with the view of launching your product in January or February. And the reason I say that is trying to launch a product in December will be much more difficult as demand will be higher. As you have to remember, although there are many metrics taken into account with the Amazon algorithm when ranking products, the key metric to ranking high within the search results is the number of sales you make versus the number of sales that your competitors make. So if you're going into a niche where on average throughout the year, maybe you need to sell 200 products to be ranked on the first page, if that demand's doubled in December, that means you've got to sell 400 products to have a chance of getting ranked. So it'd be much easier to launch in January and February when demand will probably be back to kind of the lows you'd expect to see throughout the year. So keep that in mind. If you miss Q4 this year, it is not the end of the world, and actually it's an opportunity to make it easier for you to start your Amazon FBA business. The other thing, if you take a few months, it will give you a chance to get that trademark application in. So as soon as you start selling on Amazon, you can apply for brand registry and protect your products as much as possible. I would try to avoid selling on Amazon without a trademark and without brand registry, as it leaves you open to hijackers and other people jumping on to your listing. So hopefully, my friend, that has answered your question, and anyone else that is considering starting an Amazon FBA business at the moment, it gives you an insight as to what to expect. If you are interested in Amazon FBA, make sure you go to the resource section on the FBAelite.com website. Sign up, it's completely free. And on here, we have the Ultimate Amazon FBA Checklist, which is a completely free download, which gives you all of the things you'll need to go through to start an Amazon FBA business. And if you're eager to learn and want to get cracking straight away, of course, we've got the FBA Elite course. And on here, we have some discounts for other things you may need, such as Helium 10, which you'll need to do your product research. So I'll pop a link up to that resource that I was just speaking about. So the Ultimate Amazon FBA Checklist, I'll pop a link up to that video now, and I'd recommend you guys give that a watch.